Hi there. My name is Russ, and this is Trauma Informed. Welcome. Today, I thought that I would speak directly to those who are stuck in a freeze response. I used to think that this was less prevalent than being stuck in a fight or flight response. But what I'm realizing as I'm talking to potential clients and just people in the healing space is that that's not necessarily the case. That these freeze responses that we get in these functional freeze responses can be absolutely debilitating, and a lot of people are stuck in these responses. In fact, after my divorce in May, when I moved into my new home in Colorado Springs and focused on my healing practice and the coaching practice, I myself have been stuck in a bit of a freeze response that I'm finally getting out of. For me, it was a combination of somatic work, some Saraset work that I did with Jubal. If you guys have not heard that episode, it is a great episode to listen to. Me and Jubal chatted for about 30, 40 minutes about Saraset and its benefits, and it is incredible. When I went in for Saraset and he did my brain scan, so Saraset, just to kind of catch everybody up, they put some electrodes on your scalp that measure your brain waves. And then those brain waves are converted to sound and then replayed into your ears so that you can hear your brain. You can hear your brain waves and you can hear the imbalances in your brain. So when they scan it, they look for imbalances and then they shine a spotlight on that particular area and play those particular sounds to you so that you can rebalance things. And it is absolutely incredible. I did it last year and it was life-changing. Along with that, you can purchase some follow-up sessions that kind of help you stay on track with everything and rebalance if you start to fall out of balance. We live life and we experience trauma just about every day. So Saraset's a great way to kind of brain hack and fix that stuff really fast and get you back on track. So I did that about a week ago. And then I did a brain spotting course with Brain Spotting UK over this past weekend. It was a difficult course to do only because of the time. It was being held in the UK. So for me, I had to wake up at 2 a.m. and be online and ready to go by 3. And then the class ran till about 11:30 each day. So pretty intense stuff. But man, brain spotting is now my new favorite modality by far. I would put it up there with breath work and psychedelic work and somatic experiencing and all of these different modalities that have been so incredible for me. Brain spotting is up there with them, man. If not one of the best modalities I've experienced. I've never experienced it before I took the class. Excuse me. I had done plenty of research about it. Watched lots of videos of it being done, which you can find on YouTube very easily if you're interested. You just look up brain spotting demonstration and you can find demonstrations all over YouTube. So I decided to take the course to get certified in it to help further my ability to help clients. And in the process, got to experience it. And it is incredible. Essentially, what brain spotting is it uses eye movement or eye placement. And you basically find a visual space or a spot in your visual space. Let's say we find a spot right here. And then as we stare at that spot, we'll start to experience somatic experiences. Maybe that's a shortness of breath or headache or tightness in my chest or tightness in my stomach, numbness in my fingertips. The somatic experiences can be anything. But once you feel that, you kind of feel into that experience and you hold that space. The typical session's about 45 minutes to an hour. And you're holding that space for that 45 minutes to an hour. Now, while you're doing that, you're going to start experiencing things as far as somatic experience. You may get images or novel thoughts that come up that help you process whatever it is that you're working on and help you heal your nervous system and better understand yourself. It's pretty amazing. So if you guys are interested in something like that, I can be reached on Facebook or Instagram. Please reach out. And if you have any questions about it, I'd love to answer them. I'm going to do a more in-depth video on brain spotting to let you guys know a little bit more about it and make you guys a little bit more educated on the topic so that hopefully you guys can try it for yourself. whether that be with me or another coach. It can be done remotely. It works phenomenally on Zoom just because of the way that you can expose the people to that point in space on the screen. So Zoom works fantastically. You can also do it in person. In fact, it was done in person up until the pandemic. And then the pandemic, they decided to retrain everybody to be able to do it on Zoom or online, some sort of video chat. So it works phenomenally. I can't wait to work with some of you guys on it and really help you. So because of that class and because of all the stuff that's been going on and my own little free state that I've been in, I have not been posting quite a bit. So I apologize for that. We'll try to be more mindful and get this stuff out to you guys weekly. But I wanted to give you guys a quick exercise. I can guide you through it so that you can help process some of this free state and some of this feeling in your body that's got you sitting on the couch instead of going out and living your life. So if you'd like to try it, I can walk you through it real quick. Otherwise, it's a super simple process and you can do it later, or you can come back to this video and do it later. If you're driving, obviously, you're not going to be able to do it. So what I'd love for you to do is invite you to lay down on the floor on your back. You can bend your knees if you have back issues or tightness in your lower back, and just ground yourself to the floor. Really feel the connection between your body and the floor. This is important. Feel that connection. And as you feel that connection, just notice what's happening in your body. Notice what's happening in your chest. Notice your breath and your heart rate, your blood pressure. Do you have a tightness in your chest? Do you have a twisting in your stomach? Do you have a numbness in your hands? Don't try to change any of it. Just be aware of it and be compassionate with it. These are all things that are protecting you from something. So once you've grounded yourself and you're really on the floor and you really are present and in your body, just take your eyes and look all the way to the right, as far as you possibly can. With your eyes wide open, look as far to the right as you possibly can and just hold that there. And then start taking some deep breaths in and just notice what that feels like in your chest. Notice, does that exasperate the way you feel? Does that exasperate the shortness of breath or the heart rate? Do you feel an uneasiness in your chest? And just hold that and breathe. You may realize some twitching in your arms, some convulsiveness in your abdominal muscles. You might notice a rapid blink or a sigh or a change in any kind in your somatic experience. And after holding that for about a minute, just move to the other side and hold that gaze. Just pick a point in space to stare at. This is not a brain spotting technique, but a somatic experiencing technique that uses bilateral visual stimulation to help release some of this stuff that's got you stuck. Just breathe in. Now, when you take a breath in, your heart rate increases. As you exhale, your heart rate decreases. So extend that out breath to allow your heart rate to decrease more and more. Breathing is one of the most powerful things that we have for healing. It's directly connected to our experience. And then just move your eyes to the other side. Pick a point in space and focus on that point with about 20% of your attention. Don't give it all of your attention because you want your attention to be in your body and in your chest. And just hold that space, feeling that groundedness in the floor. Change your gaze to the left. Pick the same spot or another spot if it feels more comfortable. This is an exercise that I do every morning, and it has brought me out of the free state that I was in when I first got into this new home and went through the divorce and everything else. So it's a powerful tool, but it's a tool. It's not a magic bullet. So doing this once is not going to cause you to pop out of your free state and go out there and conquer the world. You're going to have to dedicate yourself to it a little bit. I do it every morning for about 10 minutes. Sometimes I do it for 5 minutes and I'll do something else. But combined with some other somatic exercises like VU breathing, which was outlined in the video prior to this one, bilateral tapping. This is something else you can do while you're on the floor. Other side. As I'm doing this, I can feel my chest loosening. I can feel my heart rate And this is sitting down rather than this laying down. I can feel my heart rate lowering. I can feel my abdominal muscles releasing, as well as my shoulders dropping away from my ears, my jaw loosening and relaxing. These are all signs that you're releasing tension in your body. Once you feel more comfortable and you feel more present, feel free to move on to another exercise or simply get up and start your day. It's important to spend the beginning of your day with intention. I do yoga in the morning. I do some meditation. I do some VU breathing. I have a vagus nerve stimulating device, which I'll talk about in a future episode, that electrically stimulates your vagus nerves and helps tone that vagus nerve to be able to control your heart rate variability and reduce that trauma response when you get triggered. I'll also journal in the morning for about 20 minutes. I spend the first hour of my day focusing completely on Russ. And it's hard to do. It's hard to not look at your phone. It's hard to not turn on the TV. Sometimes that means I get in the sauna for a little while. Sometimes it's ice bath, ice bath or a cold shower. But it always includes some somatic work, whether that be meditation and focusing inward, mindfulness, really focusing on your breathing, really focusing on your somatic experience as it is right this moment. Recognizing those things and feeling into them, really focusing and letting your energy be expelled through that route is one of the most healing things you can possibly do. It gets rid of that sympathetic energy that's stuck in your body, helps you process those things so that you can move on. We spend a large amount of our time during the day dissociated. At least I do. I find myself constantly daydreaming or worrying. And this is a really good exercise to ground yourself in the moment, help release some of that stress energy, help release some of that sympathetic energy, and get back into that parasympathetic energy and help tone your vagus nerve and help release that trauma. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I really invite you to try it out. I'll be doing some more guided videos in the next couple of weeks to help you guys release this stuff and live better lives. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a great week.